Hi everybody, I hope you're having a great day. It's such a gorgeous day outside. I hope wherever you are that it's feeling mild and the sunshine is there and that you're out enjoying it. But as you know, we're continuing our discussion on relationships today. So far we've talked about who's along for the ride with you, who are the top 5 people having the most influence, the most interaction in your life, and how is that working out for you. Yesterday we talked about active listening and actually being very present when you're having interactions with those folks or frankly anyone. And today we're taking it a step further from active listening and really talking about the actions that you use to show that you care. And sometimes we always think of our immediate circle of family or friends. Like, of course I want to help my friends and family, but I think it's helpful to kind of take a bigger step back today and just think about everyone who crosses your path. And I watched a documentary this week that was really interesting. It's called The Last Stop for Lost Property. And it focuses it's a kind of human story about a person who is associated with the lost and found in the New York City subway and Penn Station, which I've spent a lot of quality time at. And we're commenting on for lost items in the trains. Oftentimes if you're going to sit down on a train and you see someone else's lost item, because it's not yours, you don't have a history with it, it's not necessarily going to add any value to you, it's almost like trash. So you might see a jacket on the floor and just, kind of kick it under the bench as you have a seat and be on your merry way. And what was so stunning about this documentary was taking that analogy and applying it to people. So how many times do you see people during the day as you are on your merry way, and if they're not someone that you know, that you don't have a history with, or they don't seem to be someone who could add immediate value to your life, how often are you looking at those individuals as someone who might even be in your way? Someone who you probably wouldn't give the time of day. And it kind of hit me here, that analogy, and it's a fascinating one. I will share with you, there's friends of mine, people that I know who, no matter who the stranger is, they always give the time of day. They always spend that extra time to hear the response to how are you doing, how's your day. And even if it's, again, a complete stranger, a waitress or someone on the sidewalk, they will stop and really spend the time to hear what's happening with you and, frankly, how can I be of service to you, which is such a beautiful thing. So it's almost like, think of the world in those two extremes. If it was all on one end of the spectrum of you're evaluating everyone around you, can they add value to me? If not, fast forward, like get out of my way, I'm on to my next objective. And if you've ever had that feeling from someone, it's pretty awful. It actually makes you feel pretty sick. So that's kind of one end of the spectrum. And the other one is, what would a world be like if it were the opposite? If everyone who you came into contact with, you kind of sat down and really tuned into and offered up whatever small way or big way that you could help them, what would that world be like? Pretty stunning, pretty amazing. So my challenge to you today is to find that perfect stranger that you might come across in your everyday life and actually pause and spend some time and let me know if you were able to make a difference for them. It's kind of a beautiful way to think about relationships, probably through a lens that we don't often consider. And I would love to hear your stories and your feedback. I hope you have a great day until we speak again.